AC from Wrong to Strong, and you know, we've been kicking some stories around, and you guys ask a lot of questions, and a lot of you guys are inquisitive about foreign prisons. Now, my man here, he's been through a hell of a lot.
Cartel got me working for the big faces. Federale got my car full of brick cases. Hit the pen with a grin, there ain't no faking. I was picked to my back for my shoelaces. Got out, should've seen the look on their faces. All jealous cause your boy stacking hella paper. Set up by the crew, they done put a banger in the trunk of my car and left me to hang there. No thing, then attorney went and beat the case. Got a job digging holes for minimum wage. Had a dream that Cato said he proud of me. Stay here, don't leave, keep doing your thing. Quit the drugs, but you know I went back to selling, 6-time failing. I went back to prison, got my head right, got my bread right. Push these weights like a kilo in a tailpipe. Trying to do right, I got a mission. Trying to give back to my boys in the prison. The old me's gone, I ain't never.
He's got crazy stories, but in today's video, we are going to talk about how he was a cartel mule and the military in Mexico tried to gun them down.
I grew up in Chicago on the south side, and I was involved with gangs and the whole street life. And, you know, word got around how I was, and, you know, you get job offers just like filling out an application on the streets. And I started working for Valerie, you know, one of the Flores twins brothers' wives, and she got me the job. My first trip was, you know, as a mule. I went and I brought the car back. Once the car was back, I got paid, and I got addicted to it. I wanted more money, so I started doing it more, and I was good at it, and they kept just giving me more work.
So the first run to Mexico, what was in that car?
There was, I want to say, close to 40 keys.
How did you like package it and put it in the car?
Well, it was compressed, and it was in a gas tank with a double, like a little small metal box inside the gas tank. So it was like a double compartment, and that's how they were bringing in all the drugs back in the early like 90s, because it was kind of easy to just get through the border like that.
We killed it. We had a race to 500. We didn't even just complete it. We raced to it to see who could do it in the least amount of sets. But today, I'm gonna just survive right now. I'm super sore, but like always, I'm gonna max out on the first set, many as I could do, and I'm hoping the blood flow will, you know, get me going. Let's get it.
Come on, man. Want some toilet rolls? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dorm living. 1. Come on, man. 10.
That's right, get it.
20. 30.
Get that shit on me. That's easy.
40.
That's right. That's right on me.
50.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Easy money, homie.
60.
Get it, dog. That's right, clean.
7.
Come on, homie.
80.
Come on. Woo! Oh, yeah. Come on.
5. 6.
Woo!
Come on.
That's that shit, big dog. Come on, let's last 3. One more. Done.
Boom. 100.
That's your hundo.
Shit. And you know what? JC's about to push me today because I'm dying. But it's dope that JC pulled out all the way from AZ. He came all the way from AZ. Didn't even come to Cali. He told them we were coming to Las Vegas. Came from AZ to Vegas just to support me and SC and join us on this 15-day straight 500 push-ups a day challenge. You know what I mean? We're not just doing this shit just for our own pleasure. We want to be able to inspire and get people, you know, off the couch, whatever, and come get these push-ups in, you know? This shit can be done anywhere. That's why we're doing it this way. Ain't something you need a gym to. You don't need a home personal bench, nothing. All you need is the concrete, the floor, and push that shit down. That's all you gotta do. So, ride with us, baby. Hell yeah. All right, Big Joe.
My thing is, I always get here first. I never let nobody beat me here. That's what made me so dangerous on the streets, is that I was constantly out there 24/7 hustling and doing my thing. I would go days without showering, changing clothes, because it was more important for me to make money. I've taken that and brought it into this new lifestyle where I get here first, I set up, I put up the flags, I turn on the TVs. None of this is my job. I do it because this is my home. This is where I make my money. You know, this is home base. So I take pride in what I do. I never let a client beat me here. There's a lot of trainers that I see, you know, their clients waiting around, walking around looking for them, and you know, I take pride in always being here before my clients, you know, to receive them, you know, and get them started with the motivation, you know, because they're hiring you for a reason. And you know, I take pride in that now, in what I do. This is the reason why I wanted to launch my online training program, because I want to be able to help more people. Like, if you live out of state, if you travel, if you're a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, you know, those exist now. and you know, cater a program according to what you have. I mean, if you tell me, hey, you know, all I have is 20-pound dumbbells at home, then I'll cater a program accordingly to that, and you know, you'll still be able to get in a workout. Everything will be done online. You know, you'll be able to check your exercises on your phone, and pretty much, you know, get what we need to get done, whether it's fat loss, building muscle, or you know, strength. It's pretty black and white. You know, you sign up on a link. Payments are automatic. It's very affordable. You know, it's a lot cheaper than hiring a personal trainer 24/7. There's a lot of things in the workings right now. Was my first federal probation officer, and now he's part of my team. Back in 2013, when I first got released the first time, because remember, I got violated in 2015 and I went back. But when I got released in 2015, I came home and I had a dream. It wasn't wrong to strong yet, but I had a dream and I told him about it. And when I got out in 2016, he was still at the federal halfway house. When I got there, he's like, yo, what happened? And that's when I told him my dream about wrong to strong, and you know, how I was actually grateful that I went back for that year to get my shit together. So I'm gonna let him, you know, tell a little bit about himself, and you know, take it away, big dog.
Well, my name's Hassan. As my man JC here already let y'all guys know. You know, I've known JC since 2013. I can't believe we made it this far, man. To see where he's at now is just, I mean, I could tell you guys, man, but it's just, man, he just come a long way from the guy that I remember when he first sat across my desk. So it was about 2013. He got to my office. It was like February, and this guy, he sat here and he told me, told me all the same spiel. A lot of these other guys tell me, oh, hey, Mr. Anderson, you don't have to worry about me. You know, I'm gonna always do everything. I'm gonna do everything right. I'm gonna lay low. Like, I'm not gonna cause you no problems. Blah blah blah. You know, and I'm just kind of like, all right, man, whatever, man. This is what I need you to do. And just to get into talking to him, he was on my case for like 6 months, and just talking to him the entire time, we kind of built a bond up. He kind of told me the things he was interested in, told me his dreams. I hear a lot of guys tell me their dreams and everything, and that's cool. Like, you should, have an outlook on life once you get out of prison, what you want to do with your life. But it was something about JC that just really resonated with me, man. I remember the guy that you guys see now, this is not the guy that I remember. He was a little small guy with a mohawk. The guy had a frohawk, man, and I was like, oh, this guy got a frohawk. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's telling me, man, I'm gonna be a fitness guru, man. He's like, watch, man, I'm gonna have a lot of people follow me. Watch, one day, I promise you. He's like, I'm gonna write a book. He's like, I'm starting fitness apparel, and I'm just like, all right, man, that's cool, man. I'm glad you think big, man. That's cool. But right now, I need you to finish this probation. Right?
This motherfucker would show up at 2 a.m, call me and be like, hey, I need you to step outside.
It's a perfect example, too. Like, he had a dream, and I remember, man, I would come to your house 2 a.m, you live with your parents, man, and, that's a very humbling experience for you, because you're a grown man, and you got to start all over, and you're living with your parents. But it was like, he never let go of what his dream was going to be. He knew that his dream was going to be, I'm going to start my own brand, and I'm going to have a following, and it's going to get big, watch. So I said, you know what, all right, tell me, let's lay out what you're going to do and how you're going to do all this. So he explained it all to me, and then it was kind of like, all right, cool. When you get done with all this, I said, come find me. When you launch your dream, come find me, man. I'm going to be waiting on you. And sure enough, man, 6 years later, this guy come and find me, and he's like, hey, man, I got this brand, man. It's called Wrong to Strong. And I'm going to write a book. And I'm like, when he told me the name, and I was like, wow, Wrong to Strong, I'm like, all right, man, that's it. That's the name, man. That's gonna get people, riding on the wave, man. And that's exactly what he did. Now he's got thousands of people following behind us, man. Every time we go to a fitness show, everybody want to know where our booth is at. Everybody want to know, how can we get that apparel or this, that, and the other. And it's like, he's following his dream, man, and that's I can respect him for that. Now we like the best of friends. I don't even do probation work no more. I got out of that because I wanted to follow what he was doing. Like, not many people could say that. Yeah. Not many people's gonna say, they're gonna quit their job to follow another man's dream. But I believed in what he was doing, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna ride with you. So I stopped doing what I'm doing, and I'm doing other things now.
I'm a prospect for at least a year before you even become a full vested member. And have a bike. I didn't even have a bike. Didn't even know how to ride a fucking bike. And I would always tell them that I knew DMX, and I don't think Tito even believed me. He'd always say, yeah, whatever. And I would invite him over there to go to his house, and I introduced him to DMX, and DMX seen me, wearing a Rough Rider shirt that said Prospect on the back, and he was like, nah, he's not a prospect. He's been a Rough Rider since day one. He's always had my back, blah, blah, blah. So they vested me the next day. I became a full Rough Rider, and I had to go buy a bike because I didn't have one. So I got a bike, and I started riding. I could honestly say that those 5 years were the 5 years that I had the most fun. Fuck. No pain, no gain. That's how it is. The best thing is that we're doing it. We're all these brothers here.
Hardcore? He's like, yeah, as hard as it could get. So then I brought it up. I wasn't expecting to do it, but then he called me and said, I need you on my team. So I ended up doing this whole workout completely unaware that I was going to do it. So I've known JC since 2014 too. Me and Steph first walked into his gym when he opened up. And then ever since, we just been with JC everywhere he goes. We kind of just go with him. He brings us along. He's always trying to help us out. So if you ever run into JC or get a chance to meet him, take your time to talk to him.
Started off together probably about like 5 or 6 years ago. Rest in peace, my brother. For as me, been in the game for about 20 plus. Half these people that's in the gym right now, I've seen them come up. Me and JC, how long we been kicking it? How long we been kicking it? We've been kicking it since 2013. I've been in the game for about 20 years. I done seen half these kids grow up, and I'm still in the game. I think right now I might have placed first among all this, right? But right now, I'm pushing almost 50 years old, right? So I'm 49 years old right now. This right here shows you what 49 can look like.
I am David McGee, IFBB Pro Men's Physique Division, and unfortunately I'm friends with both JC and Bo. That's why I'm here tonight going through this terrible workout. Bo's mastermind. He does all my workouts and they're fucking insane, from prep, getting my pro card to now off season and bulk. Love JC. Been here for a year in AZ, and coming here to this gym, him and Bo and Steph have both treated me like family, me and my wife now. Nothing but love, crazy ass stories. He makes you never, ever, ever want to go to prison. All right, peace.
Hey, so what's up? This is JC with Ron Strong, and this is how you get involved, man. You know, you sit through these committees, you listen to what people that families that have been impacted through incarceration, whether it's a loved one or their advocates. You meet the people, the families that are going through it, and me, I was incarcerated, but I'm trying to help as much as I can. So I'm getting involved with this stuff. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening now, Wrong and Strong. So
Hi CPLC Familia, I'm Susana, your wellness coordinator, and today I'm here with JC, and we'll be talking a little about wellness, healthy, and what is it? All right, so hi JC.
Hi.
So
how would you describe me? Because this is a guy that's been with me for a year now.
Well, I'll tell you what he did for us. He got to know us first. He tailored the workouts to us personally. My wife had a second prosthetic knee put in, so she had 2 of those. I have a completely new left hip. We're older. You can't treat us like anybody else. We also have a certain work ethic. We love training, but we have to know our own capacity. We don't. He learned about us. He learned our capacities. He tailored our workouts to meet our needs, and he continues to do it. This is not a one-day thing, 1 month, 1 year. We're in it for the rest of our lives, as long as he'll have us.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right. So that's what I mean. It's just you have to, like, one thing that trainers need to learn, man, and they won't teach it anywhere else, is building relationships with your clients like that, where they respect you and they love you, and it's because they know that you're putting in the work to study, to give them what they need, and not letting them overdo it, and pretty much just taking care of them, like, making sure that they get what they're paying for, man. And that's what's going to set you apart from all the other trainers.
Just to do what people do in everyday life, which is just eat. When you've gotten to that point, there's nothing funny, man. When you see a guy that's never really experienced real violence in his life, And the closest he's ever come to being stabbed or seeing somebody stabbed is while he's sitting in the comfort of his living room watching a horror movie on TV. When you see a guy like that just doesn't fit in where you're at, running for his life, and someone chasing him around and sticking him with a knife while he screams and cries as he pulls away and his shirt rips and the guy just continues to hit him with it, there's nothing funny. With Wrong to Strong, this guy really lived that life. This guy was really out there. He's seen things, he did things, and he's taken that, and he's, it's the gift and the curse. You're cursed to have to go through all this and to have chosen, that life, but then we're given the gift to be able to help others. And I support that dude and what he's doing. Hey, big salute to you, bro. You got a supporter here. You got a brother in me.
Being drowned and taken out and doing it again, really messed me up. I mean, to this day, I'm terrified of water. Yesterday when I got baptized, I panicked for a minute because when he submerged me, I felt like I was going through that again, and it felt really good to come out on the other side.
Your brain is not built just.
It was important for me to do, it was the last piece of my walk with, with the Lord, and it's been great. My sister picked me up from the airport and we talked about it for the first time ever. Wow. And it was so uncomfortable, but at the same time, it made me feel really good about myself because for a long time I felt guilty, like I didn't do enough to protect them. And my sister said, "Babe, you did more than enough. You always raised your hand and volunteered. You always took care of me." And to hear her say that, really, I needed that.
You've been through so much. And to know you and where you are today, I'm so proud of you. I know I've already said that 14 times, but I'm just amazed by you and your strength and your courage to get on the internet and get on a public platform and get in front of audiences and churches and all of these people, prisons, and share your story. I mean, it takes so much courage.
And you was talking about you used to do a lot of bodyguard work and work with some of the hip hop artists. Could you go into detail a little bit about some of the people you work with and some of the things that you've experienced in the entertainment industry?
I mean, I did some work with, DMX, Do or Die. Pretty much just, watch the back. I mean, it's what we do on the streets anyways. We're kind of got a good application for that. And make sure that they're safe. We tend to see things that normal people don't see because we have different superpowers, I call them, because we see things before they happen.
So how'd you even get involved in that industry, man? Because a lot of people want to be bodyguards or security. How'd you even link up with that? Prison, you have to learn to read body language because everybody looks the same as far as clothing. There's no, you got Gucci or Fila or you got Adidas on. Everybody wears pretty much the same stuff and everybody has the same resources and everything comes down to a knife, some type of poker or, hands. So it's like you said, you got to be able to see things and be able to think 2 or 3 moves ahead.
Exactly. So, I always tell people that when you've done time, a long stretch, not little stretch, but a long stretch, you learn to read people's movements, facial expressions, and look into their eyes. Because it went viral, and I had a couple of my friends that they went to high school with me and seen the old JC. I wasn't even JC back then, I was Brazier. That's what they called me, that was my nickname. And Malo, my boy Malo, he called me and he's like, "Yo, I don't mean this in a bad way, homie, but I would have never thought you would be where you at right now." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Honestly, I would think by now you would be dead or doing a life sentence."
Oh, wow.
And, it hit me hard when he said that, and at the same time, right after he said that, he's like, "Can you help me get in shape? You're the real deal, man." And I was like, "Yeah, I told you."
So exactly, because some positive energy came through.
Yeah, some positive energy, He's like, "Oh man, I've been trying to work out." So he started talking to me about that powerlifting thing, and because I had a couple of videos of me doing like a 500-pound tire, stuff like that, and it turned into a real positive, conversation, and He's like, I promised myself this time around that I wasn't gonna come back no more, that I was gonna start my company, that I was gonna, you know, do what I was gonna do this time and actually do it right. So, you know, I got out and I started Wrong and Strong. I used to walk around the yard and just say it to myself and visualize of what I was gonna do. And, you know, 2 years later, we just put in for a $1.5 million grant. You know, my nonprofits and the workings, my brand, it just everything is moving.
Welcome to Wrong Strong. Money was big. You know, 40 grand, 50 grand was just like a slow day. A slow day in the Windy City that night. At one point, I know everybody in Chicago thought you were king at one point.
And it's when people they're like, "Oh man, you know the Wrong to Strong dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's like my brother, man. Watching his videos all the time." And these are like music people, you know. I'm like, man, that makes me like warm and happy inside to know, like, yeah, and man, my brother made it from fucking straight banging and slanging and doing dirt, you know, and having dirt up under his nails, to thought really long and hard about what it is I was gonna say to you when I came out, or if I was even gonna say anything, or was I just gonna duck or dodge you. But I just feel like this is all, look at this guy, he's got videos out, he's talking about this and that, and you should talk to him, he's a positive role model. 80, you know, that's what I'm looking at through this camera right now. And I, you know, it threw me off at first when I first came back, because, you know, I get some videos sent to me and they're like, yeah, you should talk to this guy, you know, he's super positive, look at his videos. And I'm like looking at the videos and I'm like, Julio, what the fuck doing? I was like, ain't no fucking way. You know, that prison talk. I was like, ain't no way.
Then I have 3 gun charges, 3 DUIs, a gun case that I beat that they were trying to give me 63 years, 2 drug charges, 4 violations where I got sent back to prison, and then you add Mexico prison on top of that. 17 years, 2 months and days of chaos and sin. Lost in the dark for years. I think people sometimes think that we just like going back and forth to prison, like we get out, we do a little bit and then we go back. It's not that, it's that I was so trapped in my old self, my sin, women, drugs, money, that no matter what, it's always gonna end up bad. So when people ask me today, how did I do it? Because this is the first time I've ever been off of probation, paper, whatever you want to call it, supervised release. I've been on paper with the government since I've been 16 years old. This is the first time I am completely off of paper and I am a citizen. So what worked this time? What? Well, I know that I'm not much to look at, but I'm a walking miracle. I am a miracle that God has transformed from the inside out. So when people ask me, how did I do it? How do I know this is real? How they ask all these questions, and I tell people it's God transformed my heart where I don't need no more proof. I don't need nothing else. Do you believe that you could change? Do you actually believe that you could change your life? In Romans chapter 12, 1 and 2, it tells that we can change. So here's what I want you to do. And God's gonna help you, don't worry. God is gonna help you. I know what I'm talking about. JC keeps it 100%. Here's what I want you to do.
Take your everyday life at the halfway house. When you get to the halfway house, take your everyday life. You're sleeping, you're eating, your work, you're working out, when you're taking the bus somewhere, going to meetings, because you know you have to do a lot of stuff while you're there. And place it all before God as an offering. Fix your attention on God. Not women, not money, not drugs, not the new sneakers that are out. There's even a lot of us that, you know, while we were inside, we were scared. Let's keep it real. We went to church, we read the Bible, we were afraid for our lives, but once we get out, we forget. We forget. But just because you're out of prison doesn't mean that your heart and your soul are out of prison, even your mind. Fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. God brings out the best in you. You don't have to stay the way that you are, because God is a God of change and transformation. If He did it for me, He could do it for you. Remember, guys, pick up your Bible, pick a church, be part of the body of Christ, study, learn, lead by example, be the light in this dark world. We're living in times where a lot of sin is just covered up with, that's what's in. It's a trend. It's in. Nah, don't fall victim to none of that stuff. Stand firm in your walk. Stand your ground. New levels, new devils. Hey, my name's JC. I am Wrong Strong. Don't judge nobody. Stay in your lane. Live savage. And remember, man, there's only one God. And if you stick by Him, He'll take care of everything.